With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, presented to you by Banner Constructions, fires things off for race number 6 here in season number 4. Halfway through the regular season, drivers beginning to eyeball the championship chase coming up in just 5 short races. How you doing? How you feeling out there, TV Land race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave, bringing you all the calls from the trackside. Qualifying already underway. What do you say we jump into some of that qualifying action. There you can see just to the left-hand side of your screen, top of the speed charts, AJ Green in the 43 machine, sitting with a fast time. 18:67 is your U.S. Veterans Pole Award time right now, belonging to AJ Green. Adam Alshire with a great qualifying effort. Justin Gann, Anthony Keys, and Bryce McCoon round out your top 5 as they sit. 27, make that 28 drivers on the speed charts. We've only got about 2 drivers left to put in a time lap. Drayton Cook, Brad Bothwell, only 2 drivers yet to put in a qualifying time with just about 60 seconds remaining. They're going to have to be on it, have to be pretty quick out there. And tonight's gonna be a little interesting of a night. You know, a half a mile racetrack, just over a half a mile, almost 6/10 to be exact. It's like 5.96, something in that range. But a very iconic, historic track. Great NASCAR legends have won here. Take Richard Petty, for example. 9 of his race wins coming right here at Fairgrounds Speedway in Nashville. Also, Darrell Waltrip with 8 wins in his back pocket from this beautiful racing facility. So as the music begins to fade, the final 30 seconds in qualifying now begin to wind down. Brad Bothwell is the only driver yet to not put in his time lap, and AJ Green continues to sit on the top of the speed charts. Quick time in qualifying, 18:67, belonging to that fast Chevy Silverado at the front of this field. And, well, that's going to do it. That's going to be it for qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. AJ Green is going to snatch that U.S. Veterans Pole Award. We're going to step away for a quick commercial break, head trackside for your national anthem and starting lineup. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air,
back trackside as drivers hit the speedway to shake down the cars, make some final adjustments pre-race, and get ready to fire things off for 200 laps here in the Music City 200. Stage number 1 will come to a close on lap number 40. Stage 2 coming to a close at lap 100. Who's going to be able to put some points in their back pocket, pad their chances at making it into that championship run here in just 5 short weeks? We're going to fire things off for the 7-race run down to crown a champion here in the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, presented to you by Banner Construction. Talking about the points lead in championships, what do you say we go ahead as the drivers continue to shake down the trucks down there on the track? What do you say we go ahead and run down some of those championship standings coming into tonight's race here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway? Kevin Dick, last week's race winner at Road America, tops the point standings by more than 20 points. AJ Green, your U.S. Veterans pole sitter here tonight. AJ Green sitting 25 points back in that third position. Andrew Moore, Justin Gann now inside the top 5. Gann has missed a race or two, but has 2 race wins to his name this season so far in the 5 races that we have in the books. So Gann, one of those fast drivers you got to look out for week in, week out. Lance Hill, Brandon Alpin, Ryan Nicoletta, Curtis Kelly, Jacob Drift to round out the drivers inside of your top 10. Anthony Keys, Jim Thorndike right there. Very close battle between them. Tim Abreu and Zach Lanen right there knotted up with each other right at that 200-point mark. Just 1 point separating both of those drivers. Big run down through the field. We'll continue through the point standings. Drivers all the way back here. John Finley in the 11. Rounding out the drivers inside of your top 25. We'll have to see if Drayton Cook, there you can see that 80 machine. He went to victory lane to open up the season for the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series and has had a little bit of a rough go ever since. Will Cook be able to turn things around here tonight at the short track? And speaking of those overall point standings, that's going to lead us right on into your Rookie of the Year standings. Colin Forrester and his 45 truck sits on top of the Scott Council POWMIA Rookie of the Year standings. 283 points in his back pocket. AJ Green just 6 points behind. They've got a bit of a gap back to the third place driver in the Rookie of the Year standings. Brandon Alpin just 46 points back, so a little bit of a cushion, a little bit of a buffer zone for those top 2 trying to snatch the Rookie of the Year here. And it looks like we're getting word from race control. They're going to allow these drivers about 3 more minutes to shake down the trucks to feel this track out. It's been a long time since we have been to Nashville Fairgrounds. And you know, I don't really have a clear-cut view of who I think is going to make it here to victory lane. I mean, we've had ourselves quite of a mix of racetracks, but we haven't seen a racetrack like this half-mile speedway, way more banked than Martinsville, not as banked as Bristol. It's a little bit of a handful. You can see down there on the track a few drivers with a handful of trouble. See if that trouble in a final practice translates into trouble on the track in race trim. A long night ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. 200 laps around this half-mile speedway. I say a long night ahead of us. These lap times are under 20 seconds. So we're going to get 3 to 4 laps in a minute. It's going to go by fast, but it is a long race for these drivers. They've got to be on it in their braking points. Trail braking is a huge thing here at Nashville Fairgrounds to get the corner to get the trucks to rotate in the center of the corner and be able to put the power down. You don't want to step the brake too hard. You want to trail brake a little bit down towards the center of the corner and lay the throttle down up and out of the corner and keep it matted all the way to the other end of the straightaway. We'll see which drivers and crew chief have the setups figured out. We'll get ready to go racing here. In just about 60 seconds, drivers will be called to the starting grid, and we'll get ready to fire things off for the first time here tonight in the Country Music 200 right here at Nashville Fairgrounds. You know, it's a little bit of a week coming up for these drivers. As a matter of fact, we're going to take a little look back at the schedule here. Nashville Fairgrounds here tonight. Phoenix going in 2 weeks. Drivers will make the journey across country to Phoenix Raceway. And then it is a hot and heavy little run down to the championship. Multiple different styles of tracks coming up. We'll head to the iRacing Super Speedway, Atlanta Motor Speedway, in the Milwaukee Mile. How about that? Haven't been to Milwaukee in a long, long time. So these Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series drivers will have to show who can showcase their talents the best. And drivers begin to make their way to the starting grid. You can hear the bells beginning to ring in the background. You know the sounds. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup in the Country Music 200 right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series starting inside row number 1. Quick time and qualifying driver out of the Upfront Motorsports stable, the 43 of AJ Green. Adam Alshire in the 48 just to his outside. Justin Gann, Anthony Keys back in row 2. Row number 3 here tonight, the 95 of Bryce McCoon, the 77 of Andrew Moore. Kevin Dick and Roger Rios back in row 4. Row number 5, 45 of Colin Forrester, in the 20 of Brandon Alpin. Avery Wilson and Jim Thorndike back in row 6. Row 7 here tonight from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. 44 of Curtis Kelly in the 4 of Andrew Mraz. John Mankowski, Jordan Berry back in row 8. Row number 9 to 33 of Chris Scala in the 59 of Ryan Nicoletta. Lance Hill and Kevin D'Elia round out your top 20. Jacob Drift, Tim Abril back in row number 11. Back in row 12 here tonight from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway in the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, presented by Banner Construction. 61 of Marcellus Bruning and the 80 of Drayton Cook. Scott Wise and Scotty Brown back in row 13. Row number 14, Frank Reese and Anthony Hanley, John Findley, and Brad Bothwell round out the 30 truck field here tonight. Big tip of the cap in you're welcome to race control. Lord Wise out there keeping all these drivers straight. And the pace truck gonna duck away, and we're gonna get set to go hammer down, and green flag racing music fades, and here we go. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight from Nashville Fairgrounds. AJ Green gets off to a great start. How about the battle there, second and third right now? Adam Halshire takes that position from Justin Gann. Bryce McCoon, Anthony Keys right there battling with each other. Fourth and fifth now, Kevin Dick, Roger Rios, Colin Forrester going at it side by side. Back with Justin Gann and Bryce McCoon going at it. That's for third on the speedway. Down at the bottom of the track, the 95 of McCoon's going to grab that third position away, and Gann, whoa, big wiggle out of the TI Racing driver. Ooh, as things get sorted out at the front, things in mid-pack, and oh, driver goes around, caution on the speedway. First caution of the night coming out here on lap number 3, and it looks like we have quite a bit of a kerfuffle. Yeah, you like that word, I know you do. Quite a big mess here on lap number 3. A lot of drivers involved in this one. What do you say we go back, see if we can't see and find out what happened here? We'll take a look and see how the caution came out. There you see the 4 going around. Andrew Moraz collected big trouble. And it's a little bit of a parking lot back in the field. My goodness. Look at that. Look at that. That is never good. We'll take one more look at it here from a different view if we can. Let's see if we can't back that up and catch how it all happened, how it all went down. One more look at it. Oh, and 3 wide contact with the 1. And then 59 gets caught up and drivers just nowhere to go. How about the 61 of Bruning? Just kind of snaking his way through right there, coming out the other side, clean and clear. Job well done by a handful of drivers. Tough luck for multiple drivers. They're going to be in damage control mode very early here tonight. We'll jump right back up front with your race leader, your pole sitter tonight. AJ Green will continue to lead this field. Well, we said it. It was going to be testing for multiple drivers, especially all these corner exits. 3 wide on lap number 3. Didn't quite work out. Was almost there. Just a little bit of slight contact, but that's all it takes to get these trucks out of shape. And now multiple drivers are going to pay the price. There you can see the 15 Burger King sponsored truck of Jacob Drift down on the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to have to let the field go by as he works his way back off of pit road after a little bit of damage control. Seven out of 30 drivers were caught up and involved in that first incident here. First caution flag coming out on lap number 3. We cross the line this time by pace truck lights remain on. We'll have one more time around at least before we get set to fire things back off here in the Country Music 200. Top 3 drivers on track are right where they qualified here tonight. Pole sitter AJ Green remains in the top spot. Adam Alshire, Justin Gann still in that 3rd position. Bryce McCoon going to pick up 1 spot on that 3-lap little shootout we had. Will we see cautions breed cautions? Or will drivers err with caution on this restart? We'll have to wait and see how it all shakes out, but get ready, because here we go. Back into turn number 3. Mr. Smith pulls the pace car out the way, and here we go. Once again, race fans on the gas, and green flag flies. Once again here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. AJ Green out very quick. Justin Gann battling now with that 95 to his outside. Close racing off of 2 on the restart. We're going to jump around. We got so much going on here on these restarts. We'll take a look back here. That's the 77 of Andrew Moore battling with Colin Forrester and Brandon Alpin just behind him. A final Roger Rios takes a position away from Avery Wilson, Jordan Berry, Chris Scala right there mixing it up with each other. How about Drayton Cook up 7 positions so far here tonight, up into the 17th position. Brad Bothwell, biggest mover so far. He's going to have control of the Martin Sports Hard Charger for the time being. Still a long way to go before we sort that one out, but right now we stay green flag racing side by side. 13 and 93 going at it. Thorndike and Mankowski going at it, and oh, trouble on the track once again. Drayton Cook has problems. Drayton Cook has to pull to pit road. Let's take a look back at the replay. Do we have that one queued up? I believe, yeah, we got that one. Okay. Drayton Cook, let's check the replay. There you see the 80. Looks like he was just, oh, and there's the contact up late into the corner right in front of, I believe that may have been the 88. And that's all it took. That's all she wrote. Around he goes. We'll take one more look at it here. 39 with a little contact. Lance Hill in the Rackley-sponsored 39 truck. A little bit of contact, and there you go. Sends him in the corner. Oh, ooh, that's hard impact for two drivers right there late in the going. Back out front with race leader, your U.S. Veterans Pole Award winner. Driver out of that Dairy Queen Motorsports stable of drivers sitting at the top of the speed charts in qualifying, sitting at the top of the speed charts here. Race trim. Jacob Drift getting himself getting his lap back. That's going to go very well for his night, for the rest of the night here. Two quick cautions on the speedway. Slow things down for just a moment. Just about halfway through the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1. Not a whole lot of movement at the front of the field, but a lot of action mid-pack to tail end of the pack. A lot of drivers involved in some heavy, extensive damage, fixing their trucks down there on the pit lane. There's a lot of crews down there putting in their time tonight. They're going to be massaging the quarter panels. They're going to be sawzalling parts and pieces off, trying to refit the trucks to get them back out there and get any bit of speed out of them that they can. Looks like 8 drivers now on pit road, continuing to beat and bang on their machines. And pace truck lights are out. We're ready to fire things off once again. Here from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, the DeKalb Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC caution flag coming out for the second time very early here tonight on track. Let's get ready to drop the hammer again. Race leader brings them to the restart line, and wait for it, on the gas. Green flag flies once again here in Nashville. Top 2 break away from the field. Rest of them, whoa, big racing right there with the 95 of Bryce McCoon and Justin Gann. Man, they all but touched coming out of turn number 2 as we cross the line. This time around to begin lap number 19 out of the 200 scheduled in tonight's Country Music 200. Front of the field already getting single file. Rear is where the action is at. Roger Rios looking to the inside, trying to get that 51 Machines position away from him. Jordan Berry down on the bottom of the top of the speedway. I apologize. Ooh, leaving the door open is Mateus in the 5. He's going to be under fire as Curtis Kelly going to grab a position away. Bryce McCoon with some trouble. And caution on the speedway. Once again, caution on the speedway, and that's going to be our third caution of the night. Looks like Bryce McCoon may have had some trouble Let's go back. Let's see if we can't find it. Let's see if we can't check the replay one more time. Bryce McCoon has trouble here at Nashville. There you see the truck just breaking loose halfway through the corner exit. And that's about all it takes. Let's take an onboard look here. And right there, you can see him right when he starts to crank that wheel to the right. The truck just not wanting to respond. That could have ended up a lot worse than what it was right there. Fortunately enough for McCoon inside of this 95 Chevy Silverado, no contact with any oncoming trucks. So he'll regroup, regather himself, and catch back up to the field. Back under caution here for the third time tonight. We'll jump back with your race leader, AJ Green. Back behind my good buddy Travis Smith in the pace truck. iRacing Chevy Silverado making some laps here tonight. And there's Drayton Cook. We've seen Cook have some trouble. Head to pit road. Fell off of the lead lap. Now Cook sits back on the lead lap. Back in the hunt. Halfway through stage number 1, and your U.S. Veterans Polo Award winner. Driver at the front of this field, the 43 Dairy Queen Motorsports driver getting the job done. AJ Green has led every single lap here so far tonight, and that's going to put him right, looking right at grabbing that Wise Choice Contracting Frontman Award for leading the most laps. Going to take a look at the stopwatch here in just a second. Let's look at some of these lap times and see who has the new Age Limited Speed Demon Award tonight. Looks like that's going to belong to none other than the driver sitting at the front of this field. So right now, a lot of accolades and awards in his back pocket. AJ Green looks to walk away with a massive amount of points here tonight from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. If he can keep this pace up, if he can keep the truck underneath him, look for Green to be trouble to deal with tonight. Drivers back into turn 3, ready for the restart. AJ Green, Adam Alshire make up row number 1. Row 2, Kevin Dick and Justin Gann, Colin Forrester and Anthony Keys back in row 3. And on the gas quick, out to a good start. AJ Green jumps away from this field. Gonna jump right back towards the mid-pack here. Drivers mixing things up. There's Ron Rios Mateus right there in that number 5 machine. The top of the track looking for some positions. The 20 of Brandon Alpin down there on the bottom right where he started tonight's race in that 10th position. Curtis Kelly, Andrew Moore, John Mankowski, Chris Scala, and Scotty Brown round out your top 10. Jim Thorndike right there nipping at the bud, trying to get himself a little bit further up through the running order. Tell you what, let's go ahead and drop down that timing and scoring and let you follow along on the speed charts just like we do right here at the production booth. Not much going on at the front. The fast man all night long. He's proven just how fast he is. AJ Green stepping away out to almost a 1-second advantage over Adam Alshire back in second. Kevin Dick has gained a ton of spots. I say a ton, it's only 4. But from outside of the top 5, now to running in third. He leads Colin Forrester and Justin Gann round out your top 5. And a short little run to the end of stage number 1. Looks like things slowly beginning to calm themselves down between all the drivers out there on the track. We do have some close battles, but no real side-by-side ones at this moment. So I tell you what, we'll head back towards the front of this field, take a look at the driver leading the race. Inside of that 43, AJ Green looks to walk away with the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win. Can the Dairy Queen Motorsports truck get the job done and put some more points in his back pocket? Green came into tonight's race 6 points out of that Rookie of the Year top spot. 25 points out of the overall points lead. So a solid run tonight, picking up a ton of points already. He's got the New Age Limited Speed Demon Award in his back pocket right now, the Wise Choice Contracting Frontman Award. He's got the U.S. Veterans Pole Award here tonight as well, looking to snatch the stage win here in Stage 1. Who's going to grab it? We'll wait another 6 laps. Just about 5 by the time we're done talking about it here. Down the backstretch, back into turn number 3, lap 35. Already on the board. We'll come off of turn 4, take lap 36. The driver's eyeballing lap number 40. That's when we'll see the stage come to an end. And it looks like, for all intents and purposes, nobody gonna touch that 43. He's pretty much got that one wrapped up and in the bag. How about we jump back here? Check out this battle. Adam Alshire, Kevin Dick going at it. Colin Forrester in the 45. He's made his way up through the field. 5 positions gained so far here tonight for Forrester. That 45 moves towards the front. Yet another Dairy Queen Motorsports driver heading towards the front of this field. Justin Gann losing 2 spots from where he qualified here tonight. Gann back in that 5th position. And oh, caution! Caution on the speedway right at the end of stage number 1. We'll have to wait for confirmation on whether or not this is your stage-ending caution. Trouble on the track for John Finley. What do you say we jump trackside and check out what happened with Finley? Let's go to the replay. There you can see the 11 trying to get to pit road. It looks like the truck is, a little bit broke. Coming off of pit road, and oh, stopping on the track, a little bit of trouble there. Something must have happened. Something went down there for Finley. Let's check to see if that indeed is what brought out the caution, and yes, it is. Driver trying to make his way to pit road. Brings out the caution right as we get ready for the end of stage number 1. We do not have official word, but we do believe that AJ Green will walk away with the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win. We're going to see if we can get confirmation on this one. We'll see if we can find out. And I do believe we're hearing that, yes, that is going to bring the Stage 1 to a close. And AJ Green will walk away with the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win. There he is, getting it done. That's going to be a good feeling, too, when you unload the truck and you come out here on the track and you're just fast. I mean, absolutely blazing fast. We only had about right at 10 to 12 laps right there in that green flag run before we seen the 4th caution flag fly, and AJ Green stepped it out to almost a 1.5 second advantage. Meanwhile, drivers are mixing it up and jockeying for position on the restart. Green is just setting sail, and drivers are going to have to figure something out. They're going to have to strategize something. They're going to have to do something different if they're going to want a shot at beating that 43 here tonight. I believe he's got the field covered. A little bit early to be calling it. You know, nobody get up in arms, you know, it's okay. But right now, that is the dominant truck. But as we've seen in races past, weeks past, recent weeks as a matter of fact, just because you're the dominant driver doesn't mean you're going to end up in victory lane. You could end up having some trouble. We've seen drivers get caught up in things not of their doing. We've seen drivers with penalties on pit road late in the race that pretty much washes out their chances for that race win. So, as the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 comes to an end, we'll get ready to fire things back off once again here from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway with the Balloon Piston Racing League's Truck Series. Brought to you by Banner Construction on the loud pedal and green flag flies. Once again, here from Nashville, everybody's side by side trying to chase down Green, but he's having none of it. Already out to over a half a second advantage at 48 of Alshire. Giving up one position, Colin Forrester now moves into second. Close, tight battle here. Mark Bruning making his way up through the field. Job well done, sir. Making his way up through the field, up 12 positions from where he started tonight. Looking for a handful more. Checking things out there with the chat on with everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? How you feeling out there, race fans? Full packed stands here tonight, packed out, sold out house here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for tuning in here tonight, joining us for this great race. Tommy, how you doing over there on the Facebook side of things? Appreciate you coming in, checking things out here tonight, watching the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series right here at Nashville. And it looks like Bryce McCoon has some more trouble. McCoon to pit road. Lap number 48 now on the board. We are about a quarter of the way through tonight's race. Things are this is where things are going to start to get interesting. That first stage, 40 laps. Second stage, 60 laps. Final run to the end, 100 laps. So as drivers begin to try to set themselves up for some long runs, we've got some difference on tires and fuel. Your top 11 drivers on the track here tonight have yet to hit pit road. Anthony Keys in that 14 machine is now in the 11th position. He's the first driver with the fresh tires and fuel. Tell you what, there you can see that 44 of Curtis Kelly and Anthony Keys just off in front of him, 2 trucks in front. Right in front of the 61 Toyota Tundra driven by Mark Bruning. You can see Keys moving his way up through the field. How big of an advantage are those 39 lap pressure tires? And how long can drivers stay out? We don't know. Half-mile track, I would say maybe about 100 laps. We'll have to wait and see what the fuel strategy holds for multiple drivers here. But already at the front of the field, race leader A.J. Green continues to walk away from this field, building that race lead almost at the 1 second mark. Colin Forrester back in second, third place. Adam Alshire, Kevin Dick back in fourth. And now rounding out your top 5. Driver up 11 positions, the 51 of Jordan Berry and his Toyota Tundra sitting pretty. Rounding out the top 5, Roger Rios Mateus right there in 6th, 7th place. Avery Wilson, Andrew Moore, Chris Scala, and Anthony Keys round out your top 10. We'll go side by side here with the 93 of John Mankowski and Curtis Kelly mixing it up. 11th and 12th on the speedway as those fresh tires. Whoa! You can see Mankowski struggling a little bit. He's one of the drivers on the older tires as Brandon Alpin right there begins to close in the 20 truck. Alpin does have those fresher tires, and I think that's what we're beginning to see. We're beginning to see the drivers that came to pit road slowly pick off the drivers that elected to stay out and extend the fuel run a little bit further, keep a set of tires in their pit box for a little bit later on in tonight's race. Keys, Kelly, both drivers moving back up through the field. 10th and 11th on the speedway right now, looking for more fresh tires will be the advantage. And Zach, sorry to hear you're not out there on the track here tonight. Hope you get to feeling better, bud. Hope you get back out there on the track and we get to see you when we hit the racetrack next. I believe, where did we say we were going? I know the iRacing Super Speedway is coming up right after we head to Phoenix International Raceway. Drivers make that trip across country. Hope we do get to see you back on track here in the next week or so. Zach, get to feeling better. Glad you're joining in and watching all of your fellow league members race it out at a tight, tough, historic, iconic, legendary raceway. How about that 5 of Roger Rios Mateus? He's having some trouble. Now into that 5th position battle right back behind him, man. Avery Wilson and Andrew Moore going at it. They've got the 14 of Anthony Keys and Curtis Kelly tucked in right behind him. 3 drivers with fresh tires making up time. Looks like the rest of the drivers struggling a little bit. Justin Gann, Jim Thorndike, Drayton Cook, Jacob Drift, Anthony Handley, all struggling a little bit to get by some of these, I don't want to call them slower cars. They just got older tires. Maybe a little bit of a moving roadblock out there for a handful of these drivers. We'll check back in with the driver. Oh, contact there with the 44 and the 14. Anthony Keys and Curtis Kelly come together off of turn number 2. No harm, no foul. They stay knotted up with each other side by side. Off of turn 4, here comes the move to the bottom. And the 44 looking to grab a spot now from Jordan Berry. Berry defending, but up the track, down the track goes the 14. He's going to try to follow Kelly through. Keys going to lose a spot. Looking to gain 1 back here as he works at the bottom of the track trying to get by Berry. Jordan Berry is going to lose the battle to Curtis Kelly. Berry and Andrew Moore at the top of the speedway. I apologize. That is the 77 act. Yes, Andrew Moore. Chris Scala a little bit back behind them, and that 33 Chevy Silverado. There you can see the 4X Racing driving Silverado making his way off of turn 4, crossing the line. Looking for some battles for you. Let's see if we can't jump around the track a little bit here. Go back here with the 61 of Mark Bruning up 9 positions in his Toyota Tundra. With the Rackley 39 right behind him. Lance Hill is listed off of the lead lap. First driver off of the lead lap, I do believe, in that YJ Esports Lucky Dog position. And no, that's actually going to be Anthony Handley, the 88. Recently getting by him. Grabbing that lucky dog position for the time being. We'll have to wait to see if we have an early caution or if the stage ending caution will be the next time the drivers come to a slow. We've had 4 cautions here tonight. No lead changes. Only 1 race leader. AJ Green, front of this field. Man, he has been lights out as Mark Bruning begins to struggle a little bit. Let's go take a look, and check out driver inside of that 43 truck. Just absolutely lights out here tonight. Let's see if we can't take a look inside the office. Green getting to work, getting the job done, dominating so far here tonight, leading all 69 laps that are on the board. And this driver is going to look to continue his dominating run here tonight from Nashville Fairgrounds in race number 6 for the Blown Piston Racing League's Trunk Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. And as Green continues to build that gap, begin to step away, he's eyeballing almost a 2-second advantage over that 45 of Colin Forrester, who runs in second. Adam Alshire back there in the 48 truck. The Ally machine is running into third position. Right at 2.5 seconds back is Alshire. That just lets you know just how lights out that 43 is running right now. No caution on the track. We've got trouble once again here from Nashville. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see if we can check the replay. Did we got that one? And it looks like they're giving us a big thumbs up on that. So let's check the replay. Back with the Serve Pro 96 of Brad Bothwell. There you can see the truck just getting loose, getting out from under him, and around he goes. No contact with that inside wall, and that's a huge moment right there. That is an absolutely huge moment for that 96 to stay out of that outside wall. And we'll jump back up front as AJ Green gives up the point. Curtis Kelly going to grab the race lead, and for the first time here tonight, we can say new race leader tonight from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Curtis Kelly goes to the point. And as we come to a crawl, we're going to step away from the track, pay a few bills real quick. You know how that goes, race fans. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
And we come back trackside as the pace truck lights go out. We'll get set to fire things back off once again here tonight, inching closer and closer to the mid-race point, inching closer and closer to the end of stage number 2. Who's going to walk away with the stage 2 win, the custom paints and die cast stage 2 win? We'll find out here in just a short 24 laps. Curtis Kelly now on point. Anthony Keys, Justin Gann, Brandon Alpin, AJ Green round out the top 5, and here we go. Green flag flies once again from Nashville. And I tell you what, race fans, we haven't done it in quite some time, and on a restart, why not? Let's mute the mics and turn it up. Oh, and coming to an onboard camera right as the driver's going around, Avery Wilson caught up and involved in this latest incident. It's a parking lot in turn 4. Let's go to the replay. Let's see if we can't find where it all started, how it all went down. Caution flag gonna fly right on lap number 80. Let's take a look at the replay. Oh, and it looks like Justin Gann involved. The one of Wilson just slides up the track and right into Gann. 39 catches the piece. The 4 are also catching a piece of this one. Parking lot as drivers trying to get themselves right. 39, he's going to go backwards and say, I'm going to figure it out one way or another. Tough break for a handful of drivers here as the caution flag flies on lap number 80. That's going to be our 6th caution on the evening. Still only 2 race leaders, 1 lead change so far here tonight. But look at the damage on the front end of that 44. He has got some left front damage over top of the tire. That is going to spell some trouble. He's going to have to look at getting that worked on at some point here tonight. With less than 120 to go, drivers are now starting to inch closer to that point in the race where you can no longer afford to have trouble. You can no longer afford to get yourself back in this field and have to race your way up to the front. It's a big stacked field of drivers here tonight at Nashville Speedway. And it's hard to make these passes. We're seeing these drivers that have these big jumps, these big positions gained, looking to grab that Martin Sports Hard Charger Award. We're seeing a lot of those positions gained on and off the speedway, meaning under caution conditions, drivers coming to pit road, drivers staying out, things flip-flopping around in the running order. Right now, the driver with that Martin Sports Hard Charger Award, that's going to be the 88 of Anthony Handley, all the way back in the 15th position. He's gained 13 spots tonight outside of the top 25 to now looking at a top 15. Handley moving his way through the field. See if he can move a little bit further to the front of this field by the time we get to the end of the custom paints and diecast stage number 2. Coming up in just about 15 laps when we cross the line to take the green flag this time around. Driver is told, tighten up, double up. It's time to go back green flag racing. Curtis Kelly and Anthony Keys will bring the field back to the green flag. Brandon Alpin, AJ Green back in row 2. Adam Alshire and Colin Forrester back in row 3. Row 4 for the restart, Kevin Dickin, Roger Rios, Mateus, Andrew Moore, and Justin Gann round out your top 10 off of 4. And just like that, we're back. Green flag flies here from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Back into turn 1, everybody chasing that 44. We'll drop the timing and scoring back down there on the screen for you. You can see now 30-car field. We are down to just 17 drivers on the lead lap. Almost half of the field put one lap down. Almost half the field involved at some point in time with some on-track trouble. And now the 44 struggling, and here comes Brandon Alpin. Brandon Alpin looking for the race lead. So will we see a pass for the race lead for the first time on track? Grab that top spot under caution conditions and big slide from the 20 on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to take that top spot away. Big wiggle down on the bottom once again for that 20 of Alpin, as now Alshire looks to the outside in the Allied 48. Your U.S. Veterans Pole Award winner, your Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 winner, AJ Green, right here, making his way back into the podium positions. Now that 43 back to third, and he has got much fresher tires. He has got himself about 46 lap fresher tires. He's going to have to be patient, but he does have the pace. Here comes Green to the front, looking to go 3 wide. Not gonna take that opportunity. He's gonna think about it. Head back down to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to follow Alshire around. You gotta watch out though, because here comes that Custom Paints and Diecast 52 of Kevin Dick. We've watched Kevin snatch multiple Stage 2 wins, making the sponsor of the trunk very proud here. Lap number 92 now on the board. We will see the DeKalb Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC caution flag come out to end stage number 2. Here in just a very short 8 laps, can AJ Green get back to the point and sweep the stage wins? Hot and heavy battle here for the race lead, coming to the end of stage. Oh my gosh. Coming to the end of stage number 2. AJ Green all over Adam Alshire right now, but Alshire keeping him at bay. Running almost a perfect line, really, is Alshire. Making it very, very difficult for AJ Green. Tell you what, let's take a look off of the tail end of this 48 machine just at AJ Green. There's Kevin Dick, who has stepped away from the rest of the field. Tight little battle there with Roger Rios, Mateus, Curtis Kelly, Andrew Moore. They're all packed up, stacked up behind your top 3 as we work our way off of turn number 4. We'll cross the line. Lap 96 now goes on the board. With just a handful of laps left, will he be able to keep the fresh tires behind him? Adam Alshire leads the race right here, making his way to the end of the Custom Paints and Diecast stage number 2. Will he be able to put that stage win in his back pocket? AJ Green has caught him, but he's not able to do anything with him. Adam Alshire looks for a stage win. Ooh, close. Off of 2 there for the 43 of AJ Green. He was all but on top of that wall. And there you can see the 33 of Chris Scala running a little bit off pace, a little bit of trouble here tonight for Scala in that 4X. In that 4X Racing number 33. And a lot of the drivers that we see down off of the lead lap were involved in early incidents here tonight. Kevin D'Elia, Kevin D'Elia out there and on pit road for a very long time. Crew member still beating away on the 42 machine, trying to get D'Elia out there on the track, see if he can gain any positions at all throughout the course of the rest of tonight's race. And that's gonna do it. How about that? Got distracted for a moment, but how about Adam Alshire walking away with the Custom Paints and Diecast stage number 2 win? That's gonna put some points in his back pocket, some bonus points for the playoffs coming to the 48. But what do you do now? What do you do now if you are Alshire? If you are AJ Green, you came to pit road about 30 laps ago. Do you go ahead and come back down this time around? And it looks like, well, there's your answer. They're going to do it. Alshire brings the field down to pit road. He'll walk away with the Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 win. We're going to step away for just a brief commercial break, pay some of the last final few bills. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back live from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway with all your green flag action. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And back trackside as the field gets double filed. They head to turn 3, and we're set to fire things off for the second half of tonight's Country Music 200. Field works their way through 3 and 4, and we'll get set to go. Green flag racing. This time high on the gas, and green flag flies as AJ Green takes back the point, and he nails the loud pedal and jumps away from this field. Everybody mixing it up for positions all over the racetrack. We're going to jump around just a little bit, trying to catch as many of the battles as we can. Tight little battle there with Kevin Nick and Roger Rios Mateus. The 5 going to lose that position to the 52 truck down on the bottom of the speedway. Your top 15 drivers all to pit road under that stage break. Brandon Alpin now looking for a position on Mateus. Not quite able to get there just yet, but still digging. Still trying to get there. Curtis Kelly looking for a way back to the front of the field. And if he wasn't fast enough already here tonight, laying down an even faster lap. Fastest lap of the race coming last time around by the 43 of AJ Green. He's going to lay down an 18:71. That's going to be the fastest time on track in race. Andrew Moore right there with an 18:72. 18:73 by Colin Forrester as well. So those Dairy Queen Motorsports drivers have got something figured out, and they have got some fast trucks in the field tonight here in Nashville. And as we've reached past the halfway point, just over the 100 lap mark, what do you say we go ahead and do some house cleaning, give you some driver highlights and spotlights, your mid-race rundown here from Nashville. Started with 30 drivers in the field. We are now down to just 26 drivers on track with 18 left on the lead lap. Driver sitting in first walked away with that U.S. Veterans Pole Award, walked away with the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win. He's in control of the Wise Choice Contracting Frontman Award. Also has the New Age Limited Speed Demon Award in his back pocket. Looks to walk away with the Scott MIAPOW Council Rookie of the Year. Top spot at the end of tonight's race. AJ Green on point, leading this field from the front. Green sits in first. Driver right behind him on track, running in that second position in his fast Golf Toyota Tundra. A little bit of damage on the front end, but the 77 of Andrew Moore has been running strong all night long. The 77 sits in second. Rounding out your podium drivers for the time being, driver that walked away with the custom graphics, the custom paints and die cast Stage 2 win, Adam Alshire sits in third. Man right behind him, Colin Forrester, who leads the Scott Council BOW MIA Rookie of the Year standings. Great run so far, up 5 positions from where he started tonight's race. Forrester sits in fourth. The only man inside of your top 10 that has been to victory lane multiple times this season, the 52 custom paints and diecast sponsored machine of Kevin Nick, looking to round out the top 5. He's going to look to see if he can't grab a third win on the year. And just like that, before we can finish the mid-race rundown, the 4 of Andrew Mraz has some trouble. You can see him sideways on the track right there. What do you say we go back, take a look, and see what happened with Mraz? Down to the inside goes the 33 of Scala, and contact right near the center. Slight contact, but it was still just enough. Woo, boy. That was your race leaders. That was your race leaders that barely squeaked by right there. Man, that was close. Let's jump back to the front of the field, though, with your race leader, AJ Green, as we are now under caution for the 8th time tonight. 2 stage cautions, so 6 on-track incidents being reported here tonight. We're still down to just 2 lead changes amongst 2 race leaders here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Race number 6 well and underway. We are just past the halfway point in the regular season. Driver's going to have to buckle down and go elbows up, head down, and get the job done. Race their way into championship form, because we're only 5 weeks away. 5 short race weeks away before we will begin the 7 race rundown for the championship trophy. Which one of these drivers are really going to separate themselves from the field? A little bit of a breakaway at the front in the point standings. Keep in mind, Kevin Dick, Colin Forrester, AJ Green, your top 3 coming into tonight. 52 has about a 22-point advantage. Kevin Dick with a 22-point advantage over Colin Forrester. Forrester with only a 3-point advantage over AJ Green. But the 3rd place driver in the point standings leading the field here tonight, patting his back pocket with a ton of points. Green has almost a 20-point advantage over the driver 4th in the championship standings. That's the driver that just had trouble. Andrew Mraz may see a little bit of a points hit, but he's got himself quite a bit of a buffer zone in that 4th position. Justin Gann, who rounds out your top 5 of the point standings, coming here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway for the country music 200. Almost a 40-point difference between Andrew Moore and Justin Gann. So, I mean, there's some points to be made. There's some points to be had. But we really need to see these drivers outside of that top 5. We really want to see them begin to make up some of these points. But we're going to see if they're going to be able to do so over the course of tonight's race. The next 4 races before we hit that championship chase rundown. Pace truck lights are off. The Chevy Silverado ready to break off of the track, make that left-hand turn, and there you go, Mr. Smith. Get on out the way. Back to the restart box and wait for it. Green flag flies as AJ Green once again on the gas. He's going to break away from this field. Great restarts all night long for that 43 machine. Most of the field did elect to stay out on track. Close little battle here. How about that 77 of Andrew Moore, Brandon Alpin? They're going at it left and right with each other here. Adam Alshire, Roger Rios, Mateus battling for positions. Kevin Dick, Curtis Kelly going at it. We got battles all over the track now. Trucks side by side. Down into turn number 3, the 48 of Adam Alshire. Down to the inside of the 5 of Mateus, the 44 at the top of the track, trying to make his way around Kevin Dick. He's going to grab that spot. Single file now through your top 8. Make that 9-10 positions on the racetrack. Driver's going to jockey for a position. Look for an opening. And here comes that 80 of Drayton Cook. And how about the run for Cook? We seen him involved in an early on-track incident in stage number 1. And you can tell by the tail end of his truck, still some rear end damage on that 80 Chevy Silverado. The TI Racing Dale's Pool sponsored the 80 machine, looking to get back to the front. Can Drayton Cook spoil the show with 70 laps to go? Drivers going to make their way down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Long string of truck drivers out here trying to get the job done here tonight as you see your race leader go back into turn number 1 already. That is just how fast these laps are. Drivers getting around this track in less than 20 seconds. Drivers mixing it up as well. Drayton Cook going to take a spot away from Curtis Kelly. Now Cook looking to get by Mateus. Mateus in that 5 Superior Tippling sponsored Silverado. He's got a fast man underneath him right now. And Cook gonna grab that spot, and he's gonna look to head a little bit further to the front. He's got fresher tires, about 20 lap pressure tires to be exact. So look for Cook to have a little bit more pace than the drivers that he is around. But as we all know, as we jump on board and take a look at the inside of this 80 truck, we all know it's one thing catching them, it's another thing getting by them. And we all know as race car drivers, the further towards the front of the field you get, the harder and harder these passes become to complete. Cook now sits in 6th, up 18 positions. In control of that Martin Sports Hard Charger Award right now is the driver inside of this 80 truck, getting the job done, looking for another position on the Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 winner. Adam Alshire to the top of the speedway. Here comes Cook looking to the bottom. He's going to pull even through the center of 3 and 4. Pass done. Job well done. Move Cook into the top 5. The field better watch out. He's on a roll. He's making his way towards the front. Drayton Cook. He's moving. Taking a look back here with Kevin Dick as he's battling with the 93 of John Mankowski. Mankowski has Lance Hill tucked in line right behind him. Contact. A little bit of contact back here. We've seen some smoke. Contact between Jim Thorndike and Mark Bruni. Caution flag going to fly for the 9th time here tonight from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. What do you say we check the replay? Going to go back, take a look, and there's some contact, and around goes the 13. Well, that's just about all we've seen right there. That's just about all it had. Let's take one more look at it here. And yeah, just catching it a little bit late after a little bit of contact on the front stretch. More contact getting into turn 1. And around the 13 Chicago Blackhawks sponsored machine goes Thorndike. Going to have to fix his Silverado just a little bit here tonight. Back to your race leader. He has secured the Wise Choice Contracting Frontman Award for leading the most laps. He's been secured this one, the U.S. Veterans Pole Award tonight. He snatched away the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win. Sitting with the New Age Limited Speed Demon Award. 43 of A.J. Green looks to break into victory lane for the first time this season. Only 3 race winners so far through our first 5 races of the year. Kevin Dick with 2 in his back pocket. Justin Gann to victory lane 2 times as well. Drayton Cook making his way up through the field. He went to victory lane in the season opener. Don't sleep on Cook. We even said it in pre-race. He was going to have to start having some solid runs to really make his way up through the point standings, sitting outside of your top 20. As a previous race winner, he needs some points to make sure that he can get himself into the championship chase. And a fine run here tonight, up 19 positions from where he started the race, all the way outside of your top 20. Drayton Cook is your Martin Sports Hard Charger as we run on the track right now, right at about 58 laps remaining. So it's all going to come down to it. It's all going to matter what you decide to do on the strategy here. I'm not sure drivers can make it from when they hit pit road last AJ Green, Colin Forrester, Brandon Alpin, Andrew Moore, your top 4 drivers. Last to pit road on lap 102. Drayton Cook to pit road back on lap 121. So right at about, 18, 19 lap difference on the fuel and tires for Cook. But how about the drivers that just came to pit road? Multiple drivers coming to pit road just now. Jim Thorndike, Anthony Keys, Jacob Drift, Jordan Berry, all to pit road for fresh tires and fuel here on lap 139. Will they have enough time to utilize those fresh tires? We're going to have to find out, and we fixing to find out. There goes my good buddy Travis Smith back to the infield. He'll pull the pace car down the pit road. We'll turn the field over to the hands of AJ Green, the 43, going to lead him off of turn 4, and green flag flies once again here in Nashville. As we've seen multiple times on the restart, man, just absolutely blazing fast is that 43 of AJ Green. Nobody able to keep pace with him really on these restarts. Kevin Dick now battling with the 44 of Curtis Kelly. Drayton Cook, Roger Rios Mateus going at it for the 6th and 7th position on track. Brendan Alpin, he's involved in a side-by-side battle with Adam Alshire. Andrew Moore snaking away, top 3 gonna break away, nose to tail here, and Mateus way up the track. The 5 goes way up the track. That was a big moment. Big moment for the driver inside of that Superior Timberling number 5. Mateus, big wiggle off the quarter exit, almost lost it right in front of that 44 of Curtis Kelly. That would have stacked up the field. Something fierce. And it looks like John Mankowski with trouble. Mankowski goes around. Jordan Berry involved. Oh man, trouble on track. John Mankowski going to get that 93 going and headed back in the right direction. I'll tell you what, race fans, what do you say we go ahead and check it out? Let's go trackside for the replay. Oh, and off of the front end. Looks like off the nose of Justin Gann. He's going to go ahead and go around. John Mankowski with some trouble here. The 93 late in the race with a little bit of a spin. Looks like we've got drivers to pit road at the front. AJ Green, Adam Alshire, Kevin Dick, Colin Forrester, Jordan Berry, all to pit road this time around. That's going to leave Andrew Moore with the top spot here tonight. 10 cautions so far, just 3 different leaders, 3 lead changes. I apologize. No, that's going to be our 4th lead change. 4th lead change on the evening. No lead changes taking place on track. That's the interesting thing about it as well, and I think that's maybe a concern by some of the crew chiefs out there is the passes for the race lead, they've all been done during a caution cycle, where the race leaders come to pit road, another driver takes advantage, stays out, keeps the top spot for a while until another caution, and then they come and it cycles back around and through. We'll see how this 77 fares on the, well, we don't know if he's going to take the outside or not, but the 77 is going to have to deal with Drayton Cook just starting right beside him. And with Cook having those almost 20 lap pressure tires, it's going to be a tall task to keep that race lead. But fortunately, he's going to have himself a little bit of an advantage as being the control truck. He'll be able to dictate when these drivers fire things back off and drop the green flag. Looking back through the field, we'll see where the highest running driver is that just came to pit road. Back in the 12th position now sits that 43 of AJ Green. So he's got a little bit of an uphill battle with a very short amount of laps. Going to be less than 50 laps to go when we drop the green flag. And some of you may be saying, Dave, 50 laps? That's a long time. Not at a short track, not at a half-a-mile speedway where they're dropping 19-second laps. These last 50 laps are going to go off of the board fast. And if you know TikTok, you know how to finish that off. I'm just going to leave it at that. It's going to be quite amazing. Pace truck down and away. Here we go. Andrew Moore going to lead Drayton Cook to the restart. On the gas and away we go, firing things off once again on the outside lane. Is that 77 now? Cook looks to the outside, not able to cover off that 5 of Mateus. Gonna run him up the track just a little bit in the 80. Gonna keep that second spot for now. Here comes a big run by Brandon Alpin. He's gonna get by. I believe that is the 30 of Justin Gann, who has made his way back into the top 5 for the first time in a very long time here tonight. So as your top 5 look a little different, Justin Gann looks to the bottom of the racetrack. He looks to grab a spot. Top 3 are single file battle now for 4th between Brendan Alpin and Justin Gann. There's Curtis Kelly, Anthony Keys, Jacob Drifts, Chris Scala, who was a lap down, now sitting inside the top 10. It's just that quick how things can change, how the race can flip-flop for you. You gotta keep yourself in good spirits. You gotta keep yourself out there on the track. And look at that 33 of Chris Scala overcoming adversity here tonight. And he sits inside the top 10. We've got some smoke on the speed bay, but no problems out there on the track. Looks like maybe some oil dropping on the headers. Getting cleaned up out there. And oh, there's the trouble. Trouble on track. Scott Wise, Avery Wilson with some trouble. And there you can see one of the trucks smoking. We knew we seen some trouble and some smoke, and it looks like one of the drivers is already down and on pit road. Avery Wilson gonna bring his smoking number 1 back down to pit road. And it looks like his night may very well end on a bad note. Anthony Keys, only driver to come to pit road. Looking for some fresh tires to run to the end. And we're going to step away for a commercial before we begin the run to the end here. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back right after these brief commercial breaks. And back trackside as we've got another new race leader at the front of this field. 5 lead changes amongst 4 different drivers. Drayton Cook to the point. He's elected to start from the outside. He'll have Justin Gann just to his inside. Here we go. Green flag ready to drop. Wait for it on the gas. And there it is. Green flag flies once again here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, race number 6. Well and underway here tonight for the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. Ooh, Country Music 200, not disappointing. Contact between the 20 of Alpin and the 30 of Gann. That's going to move Gann back into the battle with the 45 of Colin Forrester. Roger Rios right there in the 5th position in that superior Timberling number 5. AJ Green, fast man all night long. One of your dominant trucks making his way back up through the field. And Brandon Alpin goes around. Big trouble. AJ Green involved. Oh no, Anthony Keys also being collected in this one. This is going to change the dynamics of everything. Wow. Brandon Alpin with some trouble. Let's check the replay. And as Alpin gets a little squirrely inside, nails that. Oh my gosh. And the 44 nowhere to go. Ooh, and I believe that 48 of Adam Alshire may have caught a piece as well. Nowhere to go after contact with the inside of the wall. Brandon Alpin in his 20 up the track, and just unfortunate circumstance there for a handful of drivers. Nowhere to go on the speedway. And, well, Drayton Cook, he's on to pit road. That's going to bring Colin Forrester to the race lead. Right at 35 laps now remaining, race fans. This is where it all, I don't want to say this is where it gets good, but this is where you see those patience. This is where you see those tempers show. 61 of Mark Bruning going around the track. He'll receive the YJ Esports Lucky Dog. And there you can see Bruning getting up to speed, making his way around the track. He'll get the lucky dog. He'll be able to pit and come back to the tail end of the field. And man, what a turn of events, really, for that 43 truck. AJ Green caught a piece of that. We'll have to wait to see just how big of a piece of it he caught, but you could already see a little bit of rear end damage on that 43 truck. Brandon Alpin, Jordan Berry, AJ Green all caught up involved. Anthony Keys also involved. 4 different drivers involved in our latest incident, bringing out the DeKalb Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC caution flag, the 12th caution flag on the evening. And man, we're going to have ourselves right about 30 laps to go when we go back green flag racing. It's battle time. I mean, there's no real way to put it. These fans in the stands, another packed out, sold out house here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds, are going to get what they paid for. They're going to get their money's worth for sure. As drivers, we'll see the one to go this time around. The boss man in the flag stand up. The boss man in the flag stand, good buddy, upstate out. Gonna give him the one to go signal. Gonna wave that one finger at him. Tell him, straighten up, buckle up, let's go. Word from race control in the boss man in the flag stand's ears. It's time to go back. Green flag racing. Mr. Smith, get that Silverado out the way. Let's finish this thing off with some fireworks. Hard left-hand turn, and now your race leader, Colin Forrester, brings the field back to the restart line, and here we go. Back on the gas once again here at Nashville, and green flag flies as everybody chases down your new race leader at the front of this field. 45 of Colin Forrester has Lance Hill, Roger Rios behind him, Kevin Nick, and Chris Scala. Now round out your top 5. How about Jacob Drift making his way up through the field, and caution again on the speedway. Caution coming out rather quick. Looks like Drayton Cook and Brad Bothwell caught up involved in this latest incident. So a very quick caution here, and I think we may see that racing's old adage, caution breeds cautions. I think we may be seeing that begin to come to the forefront of tonight's race. Late in the going, we'll have less than 30 laps to go, just about 27 or so when we get the green flag to go back racing. Drivers aren't going to give an inch, I can tell you that, which means we very well may see a handful of more cautions here tonight. We'll have to wait to see how many more of the DeKalb Sycamore Buick GMC caution flags we see. And, well, field back to a crawl. We were going to mention the Burger King sponsored 15 of Jacob Drift. We seen him early trouble on lap number 3. Kind of early trouble. Drift has struggled and worked and paced all night long to get himself not only back on the lead lap, but back up through the field. Great race strategy by him and his crew. 15 now runs in the top 5. Lance Hill, driver in the Rackley 39 machine. Right behind your race leader is your Martin Sports Hard Charger for the time being, up 17 positions from where he started. Lance Hill looks for one more spot. As we get down to the final few laps of tonight's race, we're going to inch closer to just 25 laps to go. If you haven't already, race fans out there in TV land, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love. Drop them a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you're one of the dedicated fans, friends, or family. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would be no us. So while you're here, while you're at it, watching some great short track racing action here tonight from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, show these drivers some love and appreciation and drop them that thumbs up. Chevy Silverado iRacing Pace Truck lights out once again. We're ready to fire things back off one more time, and we're going to have ourselves 26 to go when we cross the line. This time around the 45, we'll lead Lance Hill now back into the restart box. Can the Dairy Queen Motorsports driver Forrester get the job done here tonight? And green flag flies quick here at the end of tonight's race, race number 6, the Country Music 200, right here in the Balloon Piston Racing League's Truck Series, presented to you by Banner Construction. Looking to take a race win away from a very dominant driver after trouble. AJ Green sits back in 6th. 52 of Kivenick, he's looking to the inside of Adam Alshire, the Ally 48, struggling just a little bit here. Alshire to continue to go at it, and Alshire going to keep the position for the time being up at the front of the field, though. Colin Forrester able to keep Lance Hill at bay. Both drivers of pit road back on lap 147, so they do have some of the freshest tires inside of the top 5. I think it's going to be tough for the rest of the field to catch up with them right now. Pacing very well is that 45 of Forrester. And how about the struggles now with that 43 machine? There you can see the dominant truck in the field here tonight. Has the most laps led, has a stage win in his back pocket, has the fastest lap in his back pocket. has the pole position in his back pocket. Looked like he was going to be able to walk away with the thing. Came to pit road for fresh tires and fuel, and that put him behind the pack a little bit. Involved in a caution, and now a big struggle as we've got 20 to go this time around. Green and Scala going at it for 5th and 6th on the speedway. They'll switch and swap the position back and forth a handful of times. Right now the 43 looks to take the advantage down into turn number 3. As the 77 of Andrew Moore trying to follow him through, trying to give him a little bit of a push up and around that 33, and position gain has completed. Move the 43 to 5th. Not much to see at the front of this field, and well, we thought Jordan Berry down on pit road was an interesting little thing to check out there. There was a crew member out there beating down on the hood with the air wrench. That's kind of an interesting way to get the car back into form, but nonetheless, we'll jump back with the action on the track. There's Roger Rios Mateus back in 11th, looking for a spot on the Burger King 15. Jacob Drift gonna drop outside of your top 10. What a run so far here tonight by Colin Forrester. Lance Hill right there in second. Adam Alshire back to third. Kevin Dick in fourth. And AJ Green now rounds out your top 5. Forrester with a Sunday morning drive in front of him. Nobody out front of that windshield. Everybody back behind him, but a good ways back. He's got himself a 1-second advantage over Lance Hill. Adam Alshire struggling to make up anytime. Kevin Dick right there battling with Alshire all over the tail end of that Ally 48 machine. 3 trucks all in a row. Lance Hill, Adam Alshire, Kevin Dick all battling second, third, fourth on the racetrack. AJ Green starting to step away from Andrew Moore. That's 5th and 6th. Justin Gann recovering after multiple incidents here tonight. He's running in 7th now. Anthony Keys back in 8th. Roger Rios back in 9th. And Chris Scala rounds out your top 10. And how about Forrester? If he's able to get the job done here tonight, Forrester will go from just inside your top 10 in qualifying to outside of the top 15 at one point in time in tonight's race to leading the final 30 laps. And well, you don't need to lead the final 30 laps. You just got to lead the last lap. For all intents and purposes, it looks like the 45 may be walking away with his first checkered flag of the year. We are going to jump around just a little bit, bring you some more of the action all over the racetrack. There's multiple little battles amongst the drivers here tonight, coming down to the final 10 laps in tonight's Country Music 200 from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. You're watching the Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series, presented to you by Banner Construction. Colin Forrester leading Lance Hill, Adam Alshire right there, Kevin Dick, AJ Green round out your top 5. Back marker of Frank Reese. He's going to go to the top of the racetrack, let the drivers on the lead lap race it out at the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Justin Gann looking for a spot on Andrew Moore. Not sure if he's going to have enough time to make up that half a second distance. Moore making up some ground now on AJ Green, who's struggling after late race contact. Green, your dominant truck, no longer in race winning contention. Hot and heavy battle still underway from Lance Hill, Adam Alshire, and Kevin Dick. There you can see that 52 truck still hounding the 48 Ally machine. Second, third, fourth all over each other. And caution on the speedway. Anthony Handley goes around. Handley with trouble, and that's going to bring out our 14th caution of the night with just 7 to go. We're going to have ourselves a green-white checkered finish, an unofficial green-white checkered, that is. So Go get your drinks. Go get your popcorn. You're about to watch some big business go down on the track here from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. An outfitting that a half a mile short track comes down to a late race caution to bring us to a 2-lap Friday night shootout right here with the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series presented by Banner Construction. Want to take a moment to thank each and every one of the sponsors here with the Blown Piston Racing Leagues, whether they're in the Truck Series or the Clash Series. Big shout out to all of the sponsors. The Wise Choice Contracting sponsor here for the Frontman Award, leading the most laps. The New Age Limited sponsoring the Speed Demon Award for the fastest lap of the race. Martin Sports coming on board for the Hard Charger here in the Truck Series, as well as Top Groove sponsoring the Hard Charger over in the Class Series. Superior Templating also sponsoring the cautions over there in the Clash Series. The Wise Guy Racing Graphics for sponsoring Stage 1. How about Custom Paints and Diecast sponsoring Stage 2? Can't forget about that U.S. Veterans Pole Award. Nor could we forget about the Scott POWMIA Council Rookie of the Year sponsor. A lot of great sponsors. The YJ Esports team sponsoring the Lucky Dogs in both of the Blown Piston Racing League series. And here we go. It's all come down to this. This is what these drivers have been racing for all night long. We will see the one to go this time around. That will give us an unofficial attempt at a green. No. Pace truck lights do not go out. We're going to have ourselves a green-white checkered. It is going to be an official green-white checkered attempt to end things here tonight from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Colin Forrester, he's got to hold on for 2 laps. We'll wait to see if race control has given the signal to the boss man of the flag stand for the 1 finger. Not that finger. Come on. The 1 to go sign. Will he wave the 1 finger at the pace truck, Mr. Smith? Let's go back racing as the pace truck lights are out, and this is gonna be it. Your next flag will end the race. We'll either see a white flag and a checkered flag, or we'll see a caution to end tonight's race. Colin Forrester gonna lead Lance Hill, Kevin Dick, Adam Alshire, Andrew Moore, AJ Green, Justin Gann back to the line. Oh boy, we're going to step back from the track a little bit. What do you say, race fans? We got to get a little bit better view on how it's all going to go down, because it's going to go down fast to the restart box, and away we go on the gas. Green flag flies. Adam Alshire doesn't get going into 48. Alshire going to lose some time. Now up into the 3rd position is that 52 Custom Paints and Diecast machine of Kevin Dick. Lance Hill trying to run down Forrester at the front. Off of turn number 4. We'll see the white flag. Final lap here from Nashville. Race leader Colin Forrester just has to manage 2 more corners, and here he goes down into turn 3. And that's all she wrote. He's just got to keep it straight off of turn 4 for the final time. Checkered flag flies here from Nashville. Colin Forrester going to take his first checkered flag of the season. Job well done. How about those podium drivers, Lance Hill and Kevin Dick, walking away 2nd and 3rd on the track here tonight. Great run by all of these truck drivers. And job well done to the 45 and his crew, switching and swapping strategies in the middle of the race to walk away with a podium finish. Enjoy it, my man. Smoke show on the front stretch for the fans in the stands. Packed out, sold out house here tonight at Nashville. And as he begins to burn it down and enjoy his post-race celebrations, we're going to step away from the track, get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. In back trackside at the conclusion of tonight's Country Music 200, race number 6, now in the bag for the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, presented to you by Banner Construction. What a race, what a run. We've seen domination not come to checkered flags. Tough little break there for the 43. We'll get into that in just a little bit. But first, let's see if we can't have a few words with some of the drivers that walked away in the podium positions here tonight. Let's see if we can grab a quick word in with the driver that walked away third here tonight. Let's see if we can go ahead and grab a quick word with that 52 of Kevin Dickens. Dave in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after walking away with a solid third-place podium finish here tonight?
Lucky. That's about it. Just lucky.
Just lucky, huh? Well, you say it that way, so we got to ask, what you mean?
Just being on that outside, restarts on the inside, or just you get killed. You get pinched down, and you wouldn't be able to get the run off. So being able to restart on that top side on that last restart pretty much gave me that top 3.
So we also seen throughout tonight's race, Kevin, most of your race leaders did choose that outside lane. If we had the choose rule here, would you have chose the outside lane for the majority of the restarts that you were having to deal with?
Definitely. Unless I could gain a substantial amount on the bottom, the top was the place to be.
All right, well, Kevin, we won't keep you around much longer. Heck of a run for you wrapping up tonight's race, walking away in third here, backing up last week's race win with another podium finish, setting yourself up pretty for the championship standings and championship rundown. So, Kevin, again, congratulations on third here tonight. Before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to the guys at Pie-Eyed and Custom Paints and Die Cast, and you guys up in the booth for doing such a great job.
All right, my man. Well, I believe we're taking 1 week off before we head to Phoenix, and we'll look forward to catching up with you trackside.
Sounds good.
All right, there you have it. Short, sweet, and to the point. Kevin Dick, he feels he's lucky walking away with the third place. He had pace inside of that 52 truck, so I don't think it's all about luck. Job well done. Hats off to the driver in the 52 walking away in third here tonight. And that's going to bring us right along to the next man in the finishing order. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a few words with the driver inside of that 39 truck. Lance, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, man, how you doing after a solid podium here tonight?
Oh man, I'm really happy. I'm really blessed. You know, I was a lap down after that wreck on pit road. I got caught up in that. Had to stop and pace car passed me, and I got caught up in a few wrecks there at around the like 150 area, and managed to dodge the big one and got up on the front row with my I guess you can say alliance teammate, and yeah, really blessed and happy to be able to pull it off and get second.
Well, Lance, it wasn't a race-winning performance, walking away in second here tonight, but how's it feel to be able to come and run good in what I'm still going to call a home track for you? How's it feel to be able to bring more of the family and friends here to the track and perform well in front of them here in your very own Tennessee?
Yeah, it's very, very cool. Never really thought that I would finish good at this racetrack. I've always been horrible here in past races, and my parents were actually watching this race, so it was pretty cool to be able to get second at Nashville. It wasn't a win. It would have been cooler if it was a win, but I think getting a podium here is cool also.
Absolutely, man. A podium anytime at any track is cool, but when you can do it close to home and in front of your fans and friends and family, it makes it just a little bit more sweeter. Job well done here tonight, walking away with second. Before we let you go, though, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, maybe thank anybody that you may have forgot?
Yeah, I want to just thank my parents, of course, for supporting me, you for broadcasting, my amazing teammate Adam, and the Alliance teammates over there at Dairy Queen Motorsports, all my friends and all my family for supporting me and doing what they do to help me out whenever I need it the most. And Lauren and Scott for running this amazing league also.
All right. Well, Lance, again, congratulations walking away second here tonight. Enjoy the week off, and we'll get ready to see if we can't talk to you once again when we hit the track at Phoenix.
Heck yeah, I'll see you next week.
All right. There you have it. Lance Hill, happy, satisfied with second. Wishes he could have got that top spot, but he'll take the second place points here tonight from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Driver out of Winchester, Tennessee, gets the job done in front of the home crowd. Hill walks away in second. That's going to move us right along and move us right into the man that walked away with the top spot, man of the moment, man of the hour. Let's see if we can't dial up your race winner, Colin Forrester. It's Dave in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sure I do, Dave.
Hey, man, how you doing after walking away with the checkered flag, first one on the season for you? How you feeling about that?
Definitely feeling great. AJ, all my teammates were super fast this race. Obviously, Kevin got in a wreck early on in the race, but that was a little unfortunate. But honestly, AJ was faster than me. I just had luck on my side when it came to the wreck and cautions. But I think I was probably top 3 car, definitely. Maybe not second fastest car either, but just worked out in my favor, and just got pretty lucky there. But still think I could have had top 3 regardless.
Yeah, luck or not, you were running well all race long, really, there, Colin. So, luck or not, it doesn't really matter how you got there. All that matters is you're the one that's in victory lane with that checkered flag and the one next to your name in the win column now. Moving forward from here on out, we're just past the halfway point in the regular season. How are you approaching these final regular season races, and what are you looking forward to when we hit chase time?
And definitely just run up front more consistently. Last week was definitely not any of our greatest showings. I mean, we ran up front, got the strategy wrong. I made a bunch of mistakes on my own last week, especially with that speeding penalty that really hurt me in stage 2. But I'm just trying to be more consistent as I go forward. Like I've said, I've been messing up a little bit the last few races before this, but I stayed consistent tonight, and I ended up in victory lane.
Absolutely. Well, Colin, again, congratulations walking away with your first win of the season here from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Before we let you go and celebrate the night away and enjoy this race win, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Definitely shout out to everyone on DQ Motorsports. Like I said, not the greatest race for us, but me and AJ both got top 10s, I believe. Not sure where he finished exactly, but I know he finished in top 10. And obviously, for the rest of the two, it didn't go great, but super fun race. Thank everybody in the league for having me. These races are a lot of fun. I enjoy them every week. Also, my final shout outs to you for doing the broadcast. Great job, like usual. Actually, I got one more. I'd like to shout out to my dad, too, for watching.
Man, you can have about 50 more. It doesn't matter. The mic's all yours, man. You're the race winner. Not, I didn't do nothing but talk to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, Colin, again, congratulations on the first win of the season. We'll see if it's the first of many more to come as we run down the rest of this year. Congratulations. Enjoy. Stay safe and keep it fast.
All right. Thank you, man.
All right, there you have it. Race winner Colin Forrester. It seems to be a theme with these drivers that finished in the top 3. Every single one of them said the word lucky. And sometimes, and we're not taking away from anything that Colin was able to accomplish here tonight with snatching his first checkered flag on the season, sometimes you gotta have a little bit of lady luck on your side. And fortunately enough, Forrester had enough luck to park it in victory lane here tonight, walking away from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway in victory lane for the first time this season. The 45 of Colin Forrester captures the checkered flag, and that is going to bring us to the end of tonight's race coverage here from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Tune in this, or I should say next, Sunday night when we head to Rockingham Speedway in the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series. What a run here tonight. Producers hitting those buttons in the background so you know it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results here in race number 6 for the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, presented to you by Banner Construction. Walking away with the top spot from the track, the 45 of Colin Forrester. Lance Hill and Kevin Nick will round out your podium drivers. Back in fourth tonight, Adam Alshire, Andrew Moore, AJ Green, Justin Gann back in 7th, 8th place tonight to Anthony Keats, Roger Rios Mateus in 9th, and rounding out your top 10, the 13 of Jim Thorndike. The 93 of John Manikowski gonna walk away in the 11th position. 12th from the track tonight, the 61 of Mark Bruning. Chris Scala parks the 33 home in 13th. 14th tonight from Nashville belongs to Drayton Cook. Jacob Drift back in 15th. 16th tonight, Anthony Handley. Andrew Mraz walks away 17th. 18th on track is the 96 of Brad Bothwell. Brandon Alpin with late race trouble walks away from the track back in 19th. 20th tonight is the 44 of Curtis Kelly. 51 of Jordan Berry back in 21st. 22nd is Avery Wilson. Early multiple trouble here tonight for the 31 of Scott Wise. He'll park it back in 23rd. 24th goes to Ryan Nicoletta. Scotty Brown walks away from the track, rounding out your top 25. 26th to Frank Reese. Bryce McCoon back in 27th. 28th to Kevin D'Elia. The final two positions on track here tonight belong to the 11 of John Finley back in 29th. And 30th to the 98 of Tim April. And that's it. That's going to do it. That's all she wrote. We're going to wind up some chords and cut off the lights and get ready for next week's racing action right here with the Blown Piston Racing League. If you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave of the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. So with that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.